Welcome to the Virtual Techy, where we help people decode the future of tech and build AI businesses that run on autopilot. Today, we're diving into 7 advanced ChatGPT protocols that are going to take you from just a casual user to a true AI architect. We're closing that gap between getting so-so results and actually building virtual empires.
This right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the problem. Most people, they ask a generic question, get a kind of mediocre answer, and then they just move on. You see, they're playing checkers, but the game we're really playing here is chess. The good news? You can get ahead of 99% of everyone else just by learning how to speak the language of AI.
So this is the journey we're on today. We're moving from the person on the left, the standard user, to the person on the right, the AI architect. And it's all about making that one crucial shift in your mind, from seeing a toy to seeing an incredibly powerful tool.
All right, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with that foundational mindset shift. Then we'll build up from there, mastering prompts, your workflow, and how to scale everything. By the end, you'll know exactly what your first step should be. Okay, first things first. Look, if you want to build something serious, you need professional-grade tools. And that means making a small but absolutely critical investment in your own efficiency.
And that brings us to protocol number 1. And it's super simple. You gotta pay to play. This means getting a ChatGPT Plus account. I know, nobody loves spending money. But you just can't build a virtual empire on free samples. This is your ticket to the big leagues.
And let's just put this into perspective for a second. We're talking less than the price of a fast food meal these days. And trust me, if you follow these protocols, that $20 investment will pay for itself over and over and over again. It is probably the highest leverage investment you can make in your own productivity.
So, you've got the tool. Now what? Well, now we need to give it context. You know, if the AI sounds kind of generic or like it doesn't know you, it's because you've never really introduced yourself properly.
And this is where protocol number 2 comes in, the master prompt. I want you to think of this as your virtual source code. It's basically a complete profile of you, who you are, what you do, your business, your goals, even the tone of voice you like to use. It's the difference between working with a total stranger and a trusted partner who already knows your entire backstory.
Now here's the best part. You don't even have to write this thing yourself. The real pro move is to get the AI to interview you. Seriously. Just tell it who you are and ask it to grill you for every last detail it needs. Spend about 20 minutes doing a brain dump, then have it create a summary of the conversation, save that summary, and upload it whenever you start a new project. Simple.
Okay, so the AI knows who you are. That's huge. The next step is to tell it how to behave. This is where we move from just giving it context to taking full control.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you write that perfect prompt to get exactly what you want every single time, without all the endless trial and error?
Well, the secret is a little unconventional. And yeah, sometimes you threaten it. I'm not totally kidding. There's actual data out there that suggests adding stakes to your prompt can actually improve the model's performance. Use that one at your own risk. But the real technique is even more powerful.
Here's the real magic. First, you just talk to the AI. Go back and forth, tweak things, refine your requests, until you get the absolute perfect output. Then, you ask the AI to reverse engineer the whole process. You literally say, write the system prompt that would have generated this exact output from the beginning. And just like that, it hands you the keys to perfection, ready to use again and again.
So, now that we know how to command the AI, we need to get organized. A messy workflow leads to mediocre results. It's as simple as that. So, let's fix it.
Protocol 4 is all about using project folders. I want you to think of these as mission control rooms. Each one is a dedicated, siloed space for a specific project, a client, or a whole area of your life.
For example, when I was buying my house, I created a real estate folder, and I just dumped everything in there. Financial documents, emails from the agent, inspection reports, you name it. From that point on, I could ask it super complex financial questions without ever having to re-explain anything. The AI was my own dedicated analyst, instantly. That is how you get surgically precise results.
Now, inside those projects, you need protocol 5, the canvas. Think of it like a living document right there in your chat. Before, you'd get a big article, and if you wanted to change one sentence, you had to hit regenerate and just hope for the best. With Canvas, you just highlight that one sentence and say, make this punchier, or add a statistic here. It gives you that precise surgical control and saves a ton of time and frustration. We've got our context, our behavior, and our workflow dialed in. Now it's time to scale. This is where you stop repeating yourself and you start cloning yourself.
Protocol 6 is custom instructions. This is your global configuration. Think of it like setting your home address in a GPS. You set it once and you never have to repeat yourself again. So while the master prompt tells the AI who you are and the system prompt tells it how to do a specific task, custom instructions tell it how to behave globally every single time. For instance, I hate fluff, so in my settings, I told it to always be concise and use bullet points. I said it once, and now it applies everywhere.
And finally, Protocol 7, Custom GPTs. This is how you truly scale yourself. You take those perfect system prompts we built earlier, and you package them into these shareable little mini-apps. It's like cloning your best employee. You can build a GPT for analyzing deals, another for writing scripts, and then you just share the links with your team to make sure everyone is operating at the same high level automatically.
So we've just covered 7 really powerful protocols. I know that's a lot of information. The key now is to move from just knowing this stuff to actually doing it.
And it's really easy to feel overwhelmed by all this. You see the potential, but the path forward might not feel totally clear. So where do you actually begin?
Here's your final download. And this is the most crucial point. Tools don't make you successful, habits do. Don't try to do all this at once. Just pick one single task that you do every day. Build a protocol for just that one task, using the steps we've covered. And then use it. Use it until it becomes second nature. That is how you start building your virtual empire. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so the algorithm can recommend more of my content to you and other viewers as well.